Behind every great man of God often stands a supportive partner, at least. That's what many have long believed about Rod Parsley and his wife, Joanie. For decades, the Parsleys were seen as the epitome of a united, powerful evangelical duo. Rod Parsley, a fiery preacher and the charismatic leader of World Harvest Church in Columbus, Ohio, built a ministry that spanned continents. His television broadcasts, books, and passionate sermons resonated with millions of followers worldwide. Joanie, his poised and soft-spoken wife, became a beloved figure in the church, embodying grace and humility. Together, they seemed inseparable. But in recent years, whispers of discord have emerged, raising questions not only about their marriage, but also the integrity of their leadership and the future of their ministry. Rod Parsley's journey to prominence began in the 1980s and 1990s, when his unique blend of Pentecostal fervor and prosperity theology drew attention across the nation. Parsley's message of divine healing, financial blessing, and the power of faith struck a chord with countless believers, particularly within the context of his World Harvest Church. With a congregation numbering in the tens of thousands, Parsley built a ministry that was as much a brand as it was a church. Alongside him was Joni Parsley, who played an integral role in the church's growth, often serving as a spiritual mentor to women within the church and making regular appearances on his television program. Joanie seemed the epitome of the supportive pastor's wife. Her soft-spoken demeanor and grace further solidified the image of the Parsleys as a united front, an image that many churchgoers held dear. However, behind the polished image of marital bliss and ministry success, rumors began to surface. The first wave of controversy surrounded allegations of marital discord and possible infidelity. Anonymous sources close to the couple began to hint at a growing distance between the Parsleys. While these claims remained unsubstantiated, they sparked a firestorm of speculation, especially when people started to whisper about potential relationships outside the marriage. This speculation, though unproven, sent ripples throughout the World Harvest Church community and beyond. Adding fuel to the fire, accusations of financial mismanagement arose. Critics began questioning the lavish lifestyle of the Parsleys, alleging that funds intended for the church's charitable work and outreach were being redirected toward personal luxuries. The rumors of financial impropriety further divided the congregation, with some defending the Parsleys and others calling for full transparency and accountability. As the tensions within the Parsley marriage became more apparent, so did Joanie's evolving role within the church. Over time, she began to take a more prominent leadership position, sometimes speaking at church events or even delivering sermons. This shift in her public role was seen by some as a sign of independence, but for others, it raised the possibility of a power struggle between the couple. Was Joanie asserting herself as a leader in her own right, or was this a sign of deeper marital conflict? The change in her role left many to wonder if there was more to the story than met the eye. The controversy surrounding the Parsleys didn't go unnoticed by the public. Social media platforms, including Twitter and Facebook, became a battleground for supporters and critics alike. Hashtags like Rod Parsley scandal and Joni Parsley controversy trended intermittently as former congregants and insiders shared their stories, some alleging firsthand knowledge of questionable behavior. While others defended the Parsleys' character, the response within the church was equally polarized. Some longtime members stood by the Parsleys, citing their years of spiritual guidance and leadership. Others, however, felt betrayed, demanding accountability and transparency from the leadership. For some, the controversy raised profound questions about whether the Parsleys were the right spiritual leaders to guide the church forward. In the wake of these allegations, the World Harvest Church Board took a more active role in attempting to mediate the situation. Reports suggested that the board conducted internal reviews of the financial allegations and offered counseling resources to the Parsleys. However, some critics argued that the church leadership was more focused on protecting the church's public image than on addressing the allegations with the seriousness they warranted. This failure to act decisively led to further mistrust among the congregation and the broader evangelical community. In an unusual move, Joanie Parsley addressed the controversy during a women's ministry event. While she did not directly address the allegations, her words hinted at the challenges she was facing. Sometimes even the most faithful among you has faced trials that test the very core of our being, she said. But through God's grace, we find strength to rise above. The statement, while poignant, left many listeners with more questions than answers. Some saw it as a heartfelt acknowledgement of the difficulties she was navigating, while others criticized it as vague and evasive, avoiding any direct confrontation of the issues at hand. The Parsley controversy is not an isolated case. It comes at a time when many evangelical leaders are facing increased scrutiny over their leadership, financial practices, and personal lives. From scandals of financial impropriety to moral failures, the evangelical community has been rocked by a series of high-profile controversies. The Parsleys case only adds to this growing conversation about the accountability and governance of megachurches, where the line between faith and business often becomes blurred. For many believers, the Parsley scandal is a test of faith. Can a ministry still be effective if its leaders fall short of the ideals they preach? What steps should churches take to ensure that they remain transparent, ethical, and true to the core values of their faith? As the dust begins to settle, the future of Rod and Joni Parsley's ministry remains uncertain. Though they continue to lead World Harvest Church, their credibility has been shaken. How the Parsleys move forward will depend largely on their willingness to address these issues head-on and to demonstrate genuine accountability to their congregation. The road ahead will not be easy, and rebuilding trust will be a long and difficult process. The Parsley controversy serves as a stark reminder of the human frailty behind even the most revered spiritual leaders. It challenges believers to place their faith not in individuals, but in the enduring principles and teachings of their faith that transcend human imperfection. For those who have followed their ministry for years, the question remains, will the Parsleys emerge stronger from this controversy, or will it mark the end of their reign as one of America's most prominent evangelical couples? The story of Rod and Joni Parsley is far from over. It is a complex tale of ambition, faith, and the difficult balance between public perception and private reality. For those who have walked with them through their ministry, the unfolding controversy serves both as a cautionary tale and an opportunity for introspection. As Rod Parsley himself once said, God does not call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Perhaps the ultimate test of their calling will not be measured by the size of their congregation or their wealth, but by how they navigate this tumultuous chapter in their lives and whether they can emerge with their integrity intact. Only time will tell if they can rebuild their legacy or if this scandal will forever alter the course of their ministry.